Hospitality Story. This incident happened to me when I, my friend and his family went to Hunza for sightseeing. As the second watch of the night drew to a close, we traveled 12 or 13 hours from Naran to Aliabad, a peaceful and mountainous region of Hunza. As the people of Hunza work only during the day and the cold is extreme, there was a lot of noise and panic. And that's why we had a lot of difficulty in finding a room. Even after walking around a lot, we didn't like the hotel. Soon we reached outside a resort, but everyone was asleep. When we raised our voices, a guy came and showed us the rooms which we liked. After packing, we went to our respective rooms. I felt as if someone was watching me through the window, but when I looked out, there was nothing. I fixed the curtains and stood outside, waiting for my friend to eat, and at the same time, I felt as if someone was standing right next to me and watching me. I had a good look around, but there was nothing. I imagined him as my illusion, and we went to Karimabad to get food. After coming back, we had dinner together, and when I reached my room, I saw that my stuff was not where it was kept. They have been replaced, and the equipment is neatly stored. This could be the work of the bellboy, I was thinking, when suddenly there was a knock on the door. When I opened the door, it was so noisy outside that even if a needle dropped, it would make a sound. But the lights in the room at the end of the corridor from me were burning, and there was a shoe lying outside, which I was afraid to see because of the bellboy. Accordingly, we were the only ones on this floor. I knocked on the door a lot, but no sound came from inside, and suddenly its light went off. I got scared and came from there fast towards my room. Suddenly, my eyes fell on the head of a big-horned markhor standing outside in the garden, whose face was towards me, and at the same time a cat came from below and, looking at me, ran very quickly past me to the roof. Seeing that, my tears stood up, and I called my friend and started reciting Ayatul Kursi. When my friend came, there were no shoes. He consoled me and said, "I will lie down in your room," which I did not consider appropriate, and sent him back and came to his room and lay down. I was thinking about this when I felt someone put a hand on my head and squeeze me. Being tired, I felt quite relieved, but I also felt extreme fear. As I did, I spent the night, and when I woke up in the morning, I called the bellboy and asked everything in detail, to which he told me that there is nothing like that here. It will be just your illusion. We have been here for many years. No such incident happened to us or come here never happened to the guests. He was saying this because of our leaving the room, because blacks rarely go during those months. And when I asked about the equipment, he said that it is his work. Then I completely forbade him to go to my room. But how could I forget the matter of knocking the door and lighting the lights? Well, we spent the day, and at night again, I went to my room and my stuff was neatly placed again, on which I got angry and surprised why the bellboy came in the room despite my prohibition. Since it was night, I thought I would ask in the morning. That night, someone knocked on the door. Being afraid, when I opened the door, I heard the same noise, and the lights of the same room were burning, seeing that my breath stopped and my throat became completely dry. I quickly closed the door, but felt that someone had entered. I started reciting Ayatul Kursi in Kul and said, "Whatever you do, go away from here." I lay down with this fear and tried to sleep. But then, like last night, I felt someone running a hand through my hair and squeezing me. That night seemed to be my last night. When the morning came, I called the bellboy and got a little angry. Why did he go to my room despite my prohibition? He tried to avoid me, but I was quite stubborn. Then he told me that there is a spiritual being living here who, according to him, used to be the mistress of this land, but she doesn't bother anyone and is a good spirit, and very little is obvious, and she had to lie to us about not being black. Then we thought it better to leave, as the people of Hunza are very hospitable and cheerful. I think it was the hospitable spirit that took care of the visiting tourists. But sometimes I feel that illusion too.